Okay, so the first question, Felix, is how often our journalists ask you about your Polish roots?
Actually, when we are in Poland, almost every time. And I can remember also we had a tournament in Kaliningrad. Also there, the people are going to ask me all the time. So, my grandfather come from Kaliningrad, actually.
Okay.
So my grandmother come from Szczecin.
Szczecin, Okay, so you have some Polish relatives in your family?
Yes, yeah. I have.
Okay, are you able to say some words in Polish for our fans?
I can say the usual words like dzień dobry, cześć, dziękuję, tak, dobrze. Yeah, few words I can understand. Piwo, of course.
Of course, yes. Okay, in many interviews you compare the situation of volleyball in Germany and in Poland, and you complain that in Germany it's not popular sport. It's something changed or not? It's still the top sport is football, of course.
Yeah, as actually, if you see at the moment how the situation is, also from all this corona that is going to happen, the only sport that is going to play again is football right now in Germany. I think next week or the week after, the football will start. All other sports had to stop and are not allowed to play. So that shows already how much important is football and how much important is all the other sports. So still the same. I think women's volleyball is getting better in Germany. We get more attention from TV. This is really improving. But compared to football or compare in Germany handball, for example, handball is very big. Of course, we have not the half of the attention that they have.
Okay, I see. What about you? Are you a football lover or totally not?
I mean, if the national team is going to play or if a German club plays in Champions League, an important match, of course I follow. Maybe the cup final I follow, but it's not that I'm going to watch on the weekend the football matches or the results or anything.
That's all the same as me, so I understand you well. Okay, since 2015 you are the coach of national team, and we can say in some ways that you're growing with it. What was the main change which happened in you during these years? Do you see something like that?
What do you mean? What changed personally for me, or what changed in the way in the last 2 years?
In personally, and of course as a coach, maybe some technical skills.
Of course, the national team is like I say every summer in the national team is like a clinic. I have the opportunity to meet the best coaches in the world that coach different teams, like Kachki Wali from USA or Giovanni Guidetti from Turkey, Zeroberto from Brazil, and this is like a lesson to talk to these people. And this I think I have not much time for making clinics for volleyball because I have club and national team to coach, so it's always 2 teams in the same time actually. But these things in the summer helps a lot to meet all these coaches and see the best players playing. I mean, we coaches always learn and improve from watching the best players in the world, how they do, what they do. And of course, I'm from. If I compare myself with 2015 and now, I think I'm a totally different coach now than in this time.
Can we say that the most you learned from Giovanni Guidetti and that from the time when you was his assistant?
Yeah, of course. He had the biggest impact to me. I mean, I was lucky because I had the opportunity to work with some good coaches. I started in Turin with Toro Aleksandersen. He coached a team also in Poland, I think, in Bielsko-Biała or Wrocław, I think. Then, of course, a long time with Giovanni as an assistant coach, and he is really for me at the moment maybe the best coach in the world. That when you think about tactically, technically, but also social things, how we do with the team, he's very, very good. For me, he's the best at the moment. I had the chance to work with Lorenzo Michelli, a year in Bergamo. I had the chance with Salomoni and Chieri. So I was lucky that when I was young, I had good coaches that I could be assistant coach from them.
You decide to become a coach really quickly. Why? Why you decide to change your future?
Yeah, actually, happened because I was supposed to change my club team as a player and change to a, let's say, a low-level team in first league in this time. The team was Bottrop, and I'm almost was gone there. And then happened at my home. My mother got cancer, and I'm originally from Schwerin. And at this moment, I decided to stay here because also I grew up without my dad, so I was only with my mother, and so I was taking care for her. And then at this time, Schwerin, the club here, came to me and asked me if I want. I said, I mean, you are a good volleyball player. You seems to be not totally stupid, so. Maybe you want to help our first league project team a little bit as second assistant. So I said, okay, I'm here. So actually I wanted to play. I wanted to continue to play, but then I started with them. And after 2-3 years, I find myself back as being assistant coach from a first league team that played in the European Cup. 2 years later, Giovanni became head coach of the national team. He visited us in Schwerin. He asked me to be assistant coach in the national team. So and when I was on this point, I was thinking like, okay, so now you have to try at least because you are already on a good track, and so it's
everything. Okay. I see. Do you see yourself as a coach maybe in men's national team, or?
A lot of times I became this question. So. And of course, every time people ask between the difference between women and men's team and so on, I think there's not so many big difference that people all the time think that women are so complicated. I think men's also complicated. So it's high.
Their own problems, different than women, but still problems.
This is high professional, high performance athletes, so they have all their problems. So I think there's not so big difference. Yes, of course. I'm still young. I'm 36, so I have still a long way to go. So let's say I think there come a moment in my life where I will try also with men's for sure.
Okay. Last season was full of different events like VNL, European Championship, of course, Olympic qualification. So how you estimate this season from your team's play?
I think we had a very good season. We started in the Nations League, and we had beginning a little bit. We were a little bit difficult because we had a lot of players that came late from their season, and we let them rest in the first 2-3 weeks in VNL. But then we had very good results. We were beating Brazil, and we had a very good home round, and we played a good round in China again. So then European Championship. The team really grow again and play a great tournament, and we exit, as you know, against Poland in Łódź 3-2, and I think it was really a thriller, this match. So of course we were happy also with this result. We wanted to make the last step, of course, in the semifinals, like Poland wanted to do. But I mean, it was not easy also for my team to play in such an audience like it was in Łódź. So. And anyway, they did good. I think we were down 2-1, and they fighted back in the fourth set. So they showed really a good fighting spirit. In the Olympic qualification, I mean, we played great. Actually, we won all the matches until the Sunday match against Turkey, and there you could really see that we missed some experience to be ready for a match like that, because a match. Before the tournament started, we spoke with my staff 10 days before, and we said, can you imagine how it is being Sunday in the final, playing a match to go to the Olympics? And nobody could really think about how it will be, because we were not even believing that believing is not the right word. We were not thinking about that we can go so far. So you could see that Turkey was more ready for that match. They were mentally more ready for that match, and
after the game against Poland.
After the game against Poland. But was the story of Turkey was they were in this tournament. They were, I think, 2 times, 3 times they were already out of the tournament. They were already dead, and they stand up again and again and again. And yeah, actually, we had not this moment. We were winning. We were winning matches until Sunday. So yeah, for sure we will take something with us from that. It was a great experience for us anyway, even if we couldn't qualify for Olympics. That for sure can help us for the next Olympic qualification.
So what did you tell to your players after the game with Turkey? Of course, it was 3-0, but it was hard game and one step to Tokyo.
Yeah, I mean, I said to them, there's no words that in the moment can describe what we all are feeling. But I just said it. I'm very proud on everybody here that did an amazing job, and we are Germany, and we beat the day before we beat Netherlands. That I think had a great generation of volleyball players, or have a great generation of volleyball players. We beat them 3-0 in Apeldoorn, so with a still quite young team. So yeah, I said I'm super proud on everybody, and I'm super sad for everybody. I'm super sad for everybody that I couldn't bring them to the Olympics, and but I said them also we will come back for sure. We show that we can play this level, and this has to give us the taste. We were so close for the Olympics. This has to give us the taste and the motivation for the next Olympic qualification.
Yeah, you have still young team. Yeah, so you can think on the future.
Exactly.
Okay, so what do you think? Turkey is currently the best team on the whole world, or maybe Serbia still?
Well, it's not easy to say because they are so different. And I mean, Serbia. I think Serbia. If you think about the world ranking, Serbia, China, are the 2 best teams at the moment. But USA can always beat them. Brazil can always beat them. Turkey can always beat them. Even Netherlands can always beat them. So I think it's very interesting at the moment. There's 5-6 teams in the world that I think everyone is able to win the next Olympics.
Many times we were saying the volleyball schedule is overloaded. Due to this, many of our players want to take a break, and the break is here. Not for volleyball reason, but just for COVID. So how you feel? How feel your players? They feel hungry of volleyball. Maybe they feel a little bit disappointed because the situation goes like we see. How they feel?
I think we made already every step. So first, I remember we were with my club team, and of course I have also a lot of national team players in my club team. We had the Thursday evening practice. Where in the afternoon they decided that we are going to play the Saturday match. That was actually the last match of our regular season. We're going to play without spectators. So we explained to the team, and we tried to make the team ready to play a home game without spectators. That is, it's really weird actually. Yeah. And then the team was training good, and everyone had already in their mind that maybe it will be the last match of the season because the regular season is done. And so we were training really good, really hard. And then in the last 10 minutes of the training, I got a call from the league, and the league said, you can stop. We will not even go to play the last match of the regular season. So then, of course, we made a cool down. And after the training, then I told to the players, and everyone, of course, was shocked. Everyone was really shocked. They couldn't imagine that this is really going to happen. And I think German was one of the first leagues really that stopped and said we stopped the championship completely.
So it was, the league was cancelled or just finished?
Was cancelled.
Without
that there's a chance that we can go on later or something. Was cancelled immediately. They said that they spoke with some hospitals, institutes, and they said that there's no chance to come back. So first they were shocked. The day after they were totally set, and this goes on for 1-2 weeks. Then I think everyone start to convince themselves with the situation and start to think also about that it's now a little bit more time for things that, like a lot of my players, they study, so they had now more time to study. So they enjoy this time to rest and to study, and now everyone is hungry to play volleyball again, and everyone wants to get back on the court. And at the moment, at least in Germany, we have the chance to make small group training outdoor mainly. So that's what we do right now. We do some little training in the morning from 10 to 12, outdoor individual training. And I think everyone is so happy that they can come back to work and to work, even if they work alone and it's not a usual training, but it's
but it's still better than nothing.
Yeah, of course. I mean, they live for volleyball. We all live for volleyball. This is our job, and I mean, it's our passion. And this is without that, it's good for 2-3 weeks. And I said it's also a good chance to rest for some players. As I said, the schedule is too full. It is too full. You can actually never see the light of the end of the tunnel. It's just going, and I think this will help now some players really to recover a little bit and to get also some more and better and new motivation to next circle.
Okay, but this decision was really pity for your team because we was at first position, and just one game to achieve the main goal. But what we can do?
Yeah, exactly. I said also to them, of course, it's not in our hands, and I mean, there is, of course, volleyball is very, very important in our life. That is no question at all. But there's things that is even more important than volleyball, and at the moment we have to take care about our health and our friends, our families, and that is the most important right now. And we have to accept that. And I think now also then 2 weeks later everyone saw what really is going to happen when we was watching to Italy. I mean, I was working 1 year in Bergamo and I saw what is going to happen in Bergamo, and it's incredible. It makes me so sad, and then you understand, okay, it was really a good decision from the league to stop at that moment and not to get in this situation that Italy had.
Okay. Like we said, the football Bundesliga is about to start playing again, but for volleyball is just the permission for training, yes, not chance to play again.
No, not now.
Not now.
We hope that we can start in October. That's actually what we planned. That we find even some rules that we can play also with some spectators, even if it's not full gym. It's maybe 60% of the gym we can use or something like that. But at the moment, our championship is finished. It's done. No champion this year, and we will go on the next season. So at the moment, we make just some training just to stay fit, to stay a little bit in shape, and not that the people go too far from each other, So I think some of them really need also something in their daily schedule that they can focus on.
Okay, so what does your life look like during this quarantine time? Do you have some new activities or time? Of course, time for family. And what are you doing?
Time for family.
Yeah.
For my kids, and actually, I had never time for my kids. And now it's for them was really like a gift, that I'm always every day at home and I can spend time with them, and homeschooling with my oldest daughter.
Yeah. I would ask you about it.
I always was thinking that I'm not too patiently coach, but as a teacher it's so much harder. So so no, of course I made some study by myself. Of course, some study about volleyball, some study about mental coaching. Also for these things you never have time actually during the season. So it's a good time. Talk with some other coaches, some other friends. So it's actually also a good time for all of us to have some time left and right, and to have time to rethink what we have done and what we are going to do.
I'm really curious about you as a teacher. So you teach some mathematics or what kind of subjects?
Mathematics and physics and these things is my part.
Why?
All the languages goes to my wife. That's her part.
Okay, but still mathematics and physics, so it's not my subjects, definitely.
No. So I don't want to say that I'm good in that. So we together with my daughter we survive. Let's say like this.
Okay. So how many years your daughters have?
My oldest daughter is 10.
Okay.
11 this year. My second daughter, she is 5 years old.
Oh.
And I have a son, he is 2. And we have another son, baby, he is 3 months. So we have 4 kids.
Yeah. So whole family, big family.
Big family, yeah.
Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, so let's start. Let's come back to question.
Yeah.
Quarantine time is also the opportunity to find a hidden talent. Of course, you find that talent as a teacher, but maybe something else.
Yeah, actually, we have a, I don't know how to describe in English. We have a boat's house. It's a house close to the water where we have a boat.
Okay.
From my family, from my grandfathers, and we have to make a renovation of this house.
Wow.
And finally, I find also some time to work some hours there and to start it at least with the project. So, but I don't want to say that I find my talent there. So
Yeah.
I'm going, I'm trying. I have people around me that tell me what to do and how to do. So I feel like first class school guy that is going to learn. Yeah, not that I have talent there. I go to learn there.
Amazing, really. Okay. So a very important place for you is Schwerin.
Yeah.
I pronounce it well. Yeah, it was okay. I'm saying it okay. Schwerin.
Schwerin. Yeah, pronounce.
Yeah, because my Deutschland, it's not my language. So you born there, you play there, you coaching there, and you live there, and you are not bored with this city.
Crazy? No, not at all. So
No.
I'm born here, and I said always that it's like a privilege. I can work in my hometown. Very good team. So this, I think, not many coaches have the opportunity to work at their hometown with a very, very professional team, and that is still growing the team. So at the moment for us, also for my family, of course, is a perfect situation. For sure, also we in our plans, we know that there come a point where we want to move also, or at least I go to move for other clubs, for other cities. So, but at the moment, it's very, very good. We are very happy that we have this opportunity here, that we can work here, and the club is very professional. We can work with the national team some weeks every summer here. So yeah, that is, I think, like I said, it's a privilege to have this opportunity.
And the national team of Germany and Poland is very similar, because you and Jacek Nawrocki start to be coaches in the same time, and you decide to put some young players in the squad. And do you think that this time we both are the same moment, like we can see the first effects of your works?
Of course, I think so. Especially in the last year, I think everyone saw that especially Poland and Germany both came more and more close to the big teams. So maybe Poland is a little step ahead of us, because they have already more players in Italy playing on a high level. The whole league from them has more attention than our. So maybe they are a little step ahead of us, but I think it's similar. It's really, really similar to each other.
On the court, we met really often. Last season, we met 6 times. So you can say many things about our team. What do you think about our team? If we have a chance to be the top team from next year?
I really like this team. It has a lot of physical power. Stysiak, Schmarczek, Kakulewska. One, maybe the best setter in the world right now with Wolosz. So good liberals, good outside hitters. It's really a good team, and I think they have full potential to arrive on the top 5, top 6 in the world. So of course, still is a big step always for everybody, but potential for sure is there. That is really clear to see. Also, I think in the last 1.5 years, everyone was making the question if it's possible to play with Stysiak as an outside in the court, and I think it really showed that it's possible to do that.
Okay. Okay, so what would you take from Jacek Nawrocki, from Giovanni Guidetti, and what's from you, for Felix Koslowski, to make a perfect coach?
To make a perfect coach? From
these 3 coaches.
Yeah. No, I think let me think about it. So let's start with Jacek. So I think Jacek really create a system where he could put like Stysiak and Schmarczek together in the court. I think that was very, very important for Poland. If they can play like that, that makes him really, really strong. So, and he find the way to make it happen. So that means he's a really smart guy about creating the system for the team. Yeah, from Giovanni, I think the biggest thing, what I always said from what I learned from Giovanni, of course, technical things, tactical things, but is the way how he works with the players and how he convinces them and make them believe for the project. That is, I think he's, like I said, he's one of the best in the world. And me, I try to bring all the things together.
Okay. Okay.
No. I think I'm more patiently, for example, than Giovanni. I think not so patiently like I am. So yeah, and then of course, yeah, I think I find a way to get all the things what I see from talks to Coach Kirali or Giovanni. Also, I always feel still like a student when I see these people, so I always want to learn still from them. And I think this is very important for us as a coach. Yeah. Even if I get older, I want to be like that. Always learning from these people, listening to them, and then trying to take always something little from them.
Okay, thank you. That's the end. Thank you very much for your time which you spent with me, and hope that we will see soon on the court.
I hope so too. We always love so much to come to Poland to play, and also last year European Championship, of course we lost, but it was again so much fun to play in Łódź and with all these people, with all this audience. I said in Poland you can really see that people love volleyball. So this is something very nice, and it's always very nice to play in such an audience where people really love this sport and give the attention that the sport deserves.